Right? Let us call a classmate and so on. Tell us now the different disadvantages of using IoT. So in any technology, meron okay, Allen. Allen with us. Allen, dito ka na.
Yes po, ma'am.
Okay, sige. Okay, will you name now the disadvantages of using the IoT?
Disadvantages of IoT. As the number of connected devices increases and more information is shared between devices, the potential that a hacker could steal confidential information also increases. Um, wait lang po.
Continue. Tapusin mo lahat. Hanggang pangatlo.
Wait lang po, ma'am.
Ay, apat pala yan.
Ayun. Okay. Enterprises may eventually have to deal with massive numbers, maybe even millions of IoT devices, and collecting and managing the data from all those devices will be challenging. If there's a bug in the system, it's likely that every connected device will become corrupted. Since there's no international standard of compatibility for IoT, it's difficult for devices from different manufacturers to communicate with each other.
Okay, give us the two which were not mentioned yet earlier. Ano yung dalawa?
Wait lang po. Ito po, mami, yung una po.
Hindi na yan. Huwag mo yan. Nabigay na yan. Hackers, marami na tayo yan. Alam na natin yan.
Mm, ma'am, if there's a bug in the system, it's likely that every connected device will become corrupted.
Paano nalalaman na corrupted ang
Eh,
isang device?
ano po, ma'am, if hindi po nagpa-function ng maayos yung application, hindi po
Example.
nakakapagbigay ng right command
Example.
po dun sa ano,
Example.
um, for
Yeah,
example po
example.
sa
Smartwatch. Meron ba tayo? Di ba meron tayong Apple Watch? Have you
Apo.
watched? Rhyme mo, no? Have you watched a YouTube? Okay. Explaining, a vlogger explaining how to use the Apple Watch? Or you're familiar with the use of an Apple Watch?
Familiar po ako sa Apple Watch, ma'am, pero I don't have one.
Ako rin. I do not like to buy one. Ayan mga kayo, pag nagtrabaho na kayo, yan ang mga pinagkakagastusan. Imagine yung bumili ng iPhone 14 or 13,
100.
60,000. Ano yung trabaho niya, diba? Imagine nyo yun, spending too much, and this is the only job that he has. Ay, nako. Anyway, ganun kayo kaya ka, um, attracted to the device. Eh, isang SIM lang yun. Ayun na, no? Pinuntasan mo naman, oo nga. Kasi Android lang SIM yun. Mura lang SIM yun. Mura lang ang aking set. Okay, ano yun? How do we see that this is corrupted? Sample.
Example po ng sa smartwatch pa rin, sa Apple Watch pa rin po ba?
Paano mo malalaman na corrupted mo yung Apple Watch?
If hindi po nagpa-function ng
Ano
maayos
yung,
yung
ano yung
watch, ma'am.
sabihin? Sample niya. Ano hindi nag-function?
Alam ko po may function po yung Apple Watch na ginagamit din siya sa exercise. Yung nagbibilang po siya ng steps.
Okay.
Kung ilan na yung steps.
Good
Kung
steps.
corrupted po yung Apple Watch mo, hindi po accurate yung mabibilang niya na steps mo while exercising.
Okay, dapat mag-manual counting ka para masabi mo yan. Kasi pag hindi ka naman nag-manual counting, how will you subjectively tell na nag-malfunction? Yung malfunctioning between communication of the smartwatch to the iPhone. Paano mo makikitang corrupted yun?
I can give an example nun kasi I don't have an Apple Watch po.
Sige naman, another example. Smart TV. Okay, nakakonect ba yan? Alright, so paano mo malaman corrupted yan?
Hindi. Ang smart TV po, ma'am, malalaman po natin corrupted yun if meron din pong voice assistant yung ibang po, ma'am, ibang smart TV. Halimbawa po nagbigay po kayo ng command na mag-display ng Netflix tapos nagdiretso po siya kay YouTube. Maybe ma'am, makikita niyo na kung
Okay. So, yun
May
naman.
mali dun sa device.
Mali kasi yung nilabas niya. So, hindi siya
Opo.
sumusunod. May hindi lang matigas ang ulo. Parang tao din. Well, this is a man-made device. We may say that the device is patterned according to likeness. Para survival to. According to the likeness and image of man. Okay, so, any device that we make, ay mapa-virtual reality yan, mapa-AI yan, gawa ng tao yan. So, ibig sabihin, yung behavior ng device, behavior ng gumawa sa atin. Alright, so that's it for the disadvantages. Let us go now to the next component for this module, the consumer and enterprise IoT applications. Ano yung mga yan? Can we call, okay, the next classmate, Janelle de los Reyes. Janelle, are you there? Janelle, wala po. Sige, sulat mo, ma'am. I will call you again. Kasi, bakit na wala siya. Right, let me call the next classmate. Kariel Toman. Kariel, are you there?
Rinig po ako, ma'am.
Piling na. Sige, go.
Okay. There are numerous real-world application of the Internet of Things, ranging from customer IoT and enterprise IoT to manufacturing and industrial IoT. IoT applications span numerous verticals, including automotive, telecom, and In consumer, in the consumer segment, for example, smart homes that are equipped with smart thermostat, smart appliances and connected lighting and electronic devices can be controlled remotely via computers and smartphones. Yung dun po sa sa example is
Talon ka, sa healthcare ka. Next paragraph. Not the wearable. The next paragraph after that. That would give us the very good
in health dito po sa healthcare. In healthcare, IoT offers many benefits, including the ability to monitor patients more closely using an analysis of data that's generated. Hospital often uses IoT system to complete tasks such as inventory management for both pharmaceuticals and medical instruments.
Okay. Can you now name, other than healthcare, meron pa bang ibang industry that utilizes the IoT apps?
Ay, ano po, nasa healthcare pa. Di ko po alam kung ano po, tama po to. Kasi meron po akong app na sa exercising na nagmo-monitor po ng calories and yung ano po, yung weight na nababawas sa katawan ko, tsaka yung ano po, kung halimbawa yung number of yung steps, tsaka yung may nakamonitor po kasi yun, tas kung anong oras ka gigising, kung ano yung mga gagawin mong nakapasunod-sunod po kasi siya pag halimbawa tapos nandun na rin po yung mga ano nang kakainin na dapat so ganun po.
Okay. So, aside from that, meron tayong agriculture. Okay, what can be the benefit of IoT to agriculture? Next paragraph. Same pa din. Ikaw pa din. Real?
Wait lang po.
Hmm.
Sa agriculture, IoT-based smart farming system can help monitor, for instance, light, temperature, humidity, and soil moisture of crop fields using connected sensors.
Okay, ano yung basic that can check and then that can be used for communication? Anong part ng
Pwede po ba yung sa kunwari dun sa mga chicken, like yung sa 45 days po, ganun, yung sa light po nun.
Anong ginagawa?
Po?
Anong ginagawa? What is the process?
Pag ano po kasi, pag halimbawa yung dun sa 45 days, may time na dapat lang sila pa ilawan yung pa ano ng pag ano ng light.
So given the sensor, you can say it can sense whether it is more or less. Okay, parang coffee maker class. Alright, thank you, Karla. Parang coffee maker. Alright, ikaw, at parang washing machine, ilalagay mo lang doon sa automatic washing machine, nandun na sa loob yung detergent ba, ano, sorry, not bar, the powder soap or liquid soap, tapos may Clorox na doon, tapos may Fabcon. Hindi ka na magtatansya-tansya. Siya na ang gagawa nun. Kaya siya nag-iisip na. Right? Pati tubig, papatayin niya pag puno na. Okay, may certain desired level ng washing machine. Papatayin niya automatic yun. Tapos bubuksan niya uli. Tapos itibay niya mag-isa. Kaya after 1 hour, tingnan mo na lang, naka-off na ba ang washing machine. Pag hindi pa, hintayin mo lang siya mag-off. Masisira kasi pag pinuwesa mo. And there's a desired weight for the automatic washing machine carried load. So, hindi mo siya pwedeng i-overload, masisira siya. Okay, so this identifies the AI. Nag-iisip na siya. Okay mo, tatansyahin niya. Even coffee, okay, yung coffee bean, okay, the amount of sugar that must be placed, hindi na ikaw mag-iisip siya na. Okay, nag-iisip yung coffee maker. Okay, how much or how less is needed to mix the coffee. Okay, kaya kita nyo class sa mga Starbucks, ang sasarap ng kape. Kasi AI na gumagawa ng coffee nila eh. Pinipindot na lang yun ng ano eh, ng empleyado. Oops, lalabas na. Sabi ko, ganun lang kabilis yun. At ang sarap ng kaya nga sobrang mahal. Alright, so kaya sa case sa 3-in-1, puro sugar ng 3-in-1. Okay, ang kape nun, katiting lang. Kaya kayong 3-in-1 ng 3-in-1, chances are mataas ng blood sugar niyo. Kasi sobrang kape. Okay, ng 3-in-1. Hindi mo siya advisable. Anyway, let's continue. Alright, what about the privacy issues? Okay, how private are we now since communication is open to all? Laika, Tan?
Um, Wait lang po, ma'am.
Yeah.
In terms po sa privacy, since yung camera at yung microphone natin ay connected sa Wi-Fi, mas madali sa hacker na
Yan na naman, generic na naman. Nasabi na yan. Basahin mo muna yung paragraph. Go. So,
sa una po, ma'am,
oh, yes.
the Internet of Things bring all the benefits of the Internet to items like light bulbs and thermostats. But it brings all the problems of the Internet too. Now that people have their speakers, television sets, refrigerators, alarm clocks, toothbrushes, light bulbs, doorbells, baby monitors, and security camera connected to the Wi-Fi, nearly every device in the house can be compromised or rendered useless. Kapag ka po, since yung mga devices natin ay connected sa Wi-Fi, yung problem, kapag ka walang Wi-Fi, hindi po siya gagana. Kapag ka may problem po sa router, meaning useless po yung mga devices.
Other than that, any other privacy issue? Keep the second paragraph. Go to the third. Threat.
Third po, the threat to internet-connected devices comes not just because they're connected to the internet, but because device manufacturers have not always designed their products with security as a priority. In 2016, malware code Mirai exploited these kinds of vulnerabilities in over 600,000 IoT devices to create a massive distributed denial of service attack. The following year, an attack code crack infected nearly every internet-connected device connected to Wi-Fi. The attack was creeping and difficult to defend against, in part because the Internet of Things runs on too many these
This
too
part.
many
This part.
disparate operating systems. When a phone or a computer gets hit with virus, software makers are generally quick to issue a patch. But things like routers or internet-connected doorbells don't usually receive software updates needed to protect against vulnerabilities, and many of them weren't built with the same kind of security protocols as computers.
Okay, what
Actually,
are the names of the viruses?
crack po. Ay, wait.
What is the name of that virus? I might ask that in our quiz too. Give me one virus, malware. Dalawa. You mentioned already.
Mirai po, ma'am.
Mirai and
Nagkaroon po ng crack attack.
alright. Okay, sige. Let's go now to lesson 2, the current trends and emerging technologies. So what is this all about? Okay, let's just keep the IoT. We have discussed that a while ago. Right, so when we talk about the current trends, we can now discuss cloud computing. What is cloud computing and mobile computing? Mary Joy, Corina, sorry, Corina.
Ma'am,
Yes, Mary
yung
Joy.
cloud computing.
Mm,
Basahin ko po muna.
yeah.
Basahin ko po muna yung cloud computing.
Oo na.
Cloud computing is a network of resources a company can access, and this method of using a digital drive increases the efficiency of organizations. Instead of local storage on computer hard drives, companies will be freeing their space and conserving funds. According to Forbes, 83% of enterprise workloads will be in the cloud by 2020, which means 2019 will show an increasing trend, closing in on this statistic. Cloud storage and sharing is a popular trend many companies have adopted and even implemented for employee interaction. A company-wide network will help businesses on information save on information technology and infrastructure. Cloud services will also extend internal functions to gain revenue. Organizations that offer cloud services will market these for external products and continue their momentum.
Okay.
Organizations.
Jump.
Yung cloud computing. Yung cloud computing po, hindi pa ako sure, pero ito po ba yung meron sa iPhone and Huawei? Example po sa Huawei yung Huawei Cloud. Kasi, like sa cellphone ko po, hindi na, dalawa po yung storage. Yung storage dito sa SIM. Pwede din po siyang gamitin sa memory card. Pero since mas convenient po yung dalawang SIM, meron pong Huawei Cloud yung cellphone. Doon po pwedeng i-store yung data ng cellphone like music, yung mga pictures and videos, and including apps. Kaso yung Huawei Cloud po, limited lang din po yung storage niya. So, pag napuno na po yun, hindi na po madedirekta yung mga files sa Huawei Cloud. Tapos pag nagpalit ka po ng cellphone na Huawei din, pwede mo pong i-log in yung Huawei Cloud dun sa bago mong Huawei. Tapos yung mga information po, yung mapupunta pa.
Okay, that is really a very good marketing strategy among organizations. Kasi nga, pag Huawei ka na all the way. Right? Ang hirap kasi mag-merge yung dalawa, like Huawei and Oppo. Hindi pwede kasi magkaiba sila ng system. So that is really making the users or the buyers let's stay loyal to you kasi nga meron cloud na eh. Okay, so yung storage na yan, all the way yan, hanggang gumagamit ka ng Huawei brand, okay, pwede. Okay, pero pag hininto mo yung Huawei, lipat ka sa Samsung, lipat ka ng ibang Android device, magkaka-problem na. May bayad na siguro, pwede mo pa rin siya na-access. Alright, so that's the storage. What about mobile computing? Okay, next, letter B, continue. Ikaw pa din.
Opo. Mobile computing and applications. Mobile phones, tablets, and other devices have taken both the business world and the personal realm by storm. Mobile usage and the number of applications generated have both skyrocketed in recent years. Now, 77% of the Americans own smartphones, a 35% increase since 2011. Pew Research Center also shows using phones for online use has increased and few individuals use traditional internet services like broadband. Experts project mobile traffic to increase even further in 2019 and mobile applications consumer capabilities and payment options will be necessary for businesses. The fast-growing companies have already established their mobile websites, marketing, and apps for maximized security and user-friendliness. Cloud apps are also available for companies to use for on-the-go capabilities.
Okay, explain. Example lang. By means of an example.
Sa ano po, hindi ko po alam na tama. Yung sa iPhone po, yung sa iCloud nila,
Hmm.
ano, since kunyari po, 32 gig yung, ano nun, yung storage nun.
Oh.
Tapos, may option po na pwede mo pong ipa-upgrade ng mas mataas, pero po, kailangan mo pong magbayad online din po. Hindi po siya free.
But that is also similar to a Google Drive, right? So, yung si Google, ilan ang gig? Available natin free.
Hindi ko po sure.
You're not using Google Drive? So, it's also similar.
Wala po akong Google.
Okay. So, it's similar also to a cloud computing. But what makes the difference now with cell phone computing? Iba yun, ha? Okay. Iba rin si cloud. Hindi natin siya nakikita. Si cellphone, nakikita natin. Ano yung cellphone computing? Ano yung mobile computing? What does it do? The smartphone.
Yung sa ano po, yung sa kunyari sa Google Drive. Hindi po kasi siya sa mismong cellphone. Kumbaga po, nasa website po siya and meron ka po.
Alright. So, yung mobile computing, okay, utilizes websites, okay, that can be functioning, okay, similar to that of the cloud. Si cloud din naman gumagamit din siya ng websites. Kaya lang, okay, mas vulnerable ang mobile, ang cellphone, kasi nga yung virus attack. Okay, ang ina-attack niyan, hindi yung cloud. Okay, very, very secure ang cloud. More than the storage devices that we have in our cell phone. At saka mabilis mapuno. Alright, so we make sure that we use, di ba sa photos, kung sa cellphone nyo, meron ba kayong photos kay Google Photos? Doon ba kayo nagsisave? Okay, ako class, doon ako nagsisave. Mapa laptop man ako mapunta, mapa cellphone, mapa tablet, mapa desktop, isa lang yung Google Photo. Have you tried that? O doon lang din kayo sa mobile app niyo or sa cellphone niyo nagsisave, sa storage niyo?
Sa storage po ng phone.
Ng cellphone. Okay, so my advice is use Google Photos. Libre pa din naman yan, kasama yan sa 5 gig. Okay, kapag naubos na yon, wala na. Okay, magde-delete ka na. Kasi marami namang pictures pwede mo namang i-save yan at an external drive of 1 terabyte. Okay na yon. Alright, so that is what I normally do. So yung mga old pictures ko of 3 years ago, nakastore na siya sa external drive ko using my 1 terabyte. So okay na yon. Kahit wala mang mobile computing, meron pa rin ako nasa bahay. Backup ko yun. Okay, so the external drive. Now, however, yan, kailangan isasaksak mo yan kada device na kailangan mo siyang makita. So that is not the problem. Alright, so instead, okay, using that external drive, pang backup ko na lang yon. So pag ginagamit ko yung cellphone ko, picture, selfie dyan, pasok lahat yan sa photos. Google Photos na. So anywhere, any device, mapapunta ka sa saan mang lugar, it's very accessible to see. Right, so that's the mobile computing. Let's go now to CNB, Big Data Analytics and Automation. Okay, so will you, discuss this one, Shaira, Mapoy?
Ma'am, sorry po. Can you repeat the question po?
Okay, Big Data Analytics and Automation.
Big data analytics. Big data is a trend that allows businesses to analyze extensive sets of information to achieve variety and increasing volumes and growth of velocity. Big data has a high return on investment that boosts the productivity of marketing campaigns due to its ability to enable high-functioning processing. Data mining is a way companies can predict growth opportunities and achieve future successes. Examination of data to understand markets and strategies is becoming more manageable with advances in data analytic programs.
Okay,
So,
give me as an example of a data, a big data that is being analyzed using automation.
ma'am, siguro po, for example, yung sa Facebook po, yung mga sponsored ads, siguro po yun yung minimina big data analytics. Kasi po, pag nag-try po ako once na parang ano po, pag nagpo-post ka po using your business account, makikita mo po yung mga analytics such as kung ilan po yung nakakita ng post mo, kung ilan po yung nag-react, and kung ilan po yung nag-share. Tapos meron din po kung ilan po yung, like for example po, meron pong kasamang link yung post mo po sa business mo. So makikita mo po doon if ilang people yung nag-click po doon sa link na yun. So in that way, parang may improve mo po yung the way na mag-market ka po ng mga products mo. Ganun po.
Ang next naman issue dyan, class, is demographic profile of those who are viewing your app or viewing your blog or viewing your uploaded business, for example. Kasi nga, masasabi natin, halimbawa, ako, meron akong YouTube channel, class. Invite ko kasi kayo to subscribe. So, anyway, yun, ibig sabihin nun, okay, pinapakita lang naman ni YouTube ilang views. But you do not know how many of these are men, women, by age, diba? Walang demographic. So, yun yung challenge ko ngayon with my IT students class, na mag-develop sila ng app that could, okay, identify the viewers according to their demographic profile. Ay ba, gandang research yun. So, malalaman ba, well, based on the profile also that was used to create an account. Diba? Diba tayo, pagka sumali tayo sa YouTube, magawa tayo ng sarili natin YouTube channel, may pinapasagutan sa ating database, right? Yun yung data analytics. So, dapat nakukuha ng program, ng system na yon. Okay, yun ang sinasabi ko ngayon sa IT, nakukuha ng system na yon, pinupull out niya isa-isa by age, diba? So, meron kang age doon, by location, saan ka located. Generally lang muna. So, city like, Quezon City ka ba? Quezon City ka ba? Caloocan City ka ba? Mga ganun. Okay, so that's part of data analytics. That should identify the demographic profile of the viewers. Diba? Makikita doon. Pero walang pangalan, walang exact address, just the location. Alright, the last one, automation. Very good example.
Automation. Another trend in the IT industry is automated processes. Automated processes can collect information from vendors, customers, and other documentation. Automated processes that check invoices and other accounts payable aspects expedite customers' interactions. Machine process can automate repetitive manual tasks rather than assigning them to employees. These increase organization-wide productivity, allowing employees to use their valuable time wisely rather than wasting it on tedious work. Siguro ma'am, isang example po dito is yung mga automated emails po. Naalala ko po, meron po akong isang educational like newsletter website po ata yun na nag-sign in ako kasi po parang may isa pong article na gusto ko po sanang mabasa para parang advantage din po sa akin yun kasi may ginagawa po akong paper that time. Siguro po automated emails like nung nag-sign in po ako doon, since nakalagay na po doon yung email ko, parang meron po akong updates or automated updates na nakukuha po sa email ko whenever may bago pong newsletter sila na pinapublish or nilalabas po.
Are you a member of LinkedIn?
No po ma'am, nakalimutan ko na po parang newsletter po yun.
Pero very good example class, aside from what you said, totoo yun, may algorithm kasi yan eh. Okay, pag nag-type ka something, automatic yung algorithm, lahat ng related topics doon sa tinype mong word or words, bibigay niya sa'yo. Alright, so parang LinkedIn, si LinkedIn sasabihin, you have a 100 message. Pupunta ka ngayon sa LinkedIn, pasok ka ngayon, makikita mo ngayon yung mga messages mo. Alright, so nag-email sila, automatic email na ngayon. So it's not the person doing it, but the software. Actually, sending email from time to time for updates. Totoo yun. Alright, so for example, yung banks, meron silang updated. O mag-ingat lang kayo, yung mga link na yan, yung mga spam mails. Akala mo totoo, hindi. Yung mga national ID, you have your national ID, please click the link. Oh no, do not click that. Spam lahat siya. Ako nga, bura ko ng bura eh. Kaya nga sabi ko sa inyo, pag mag-message kayo, messenger na lang tayo, huwag ng email. Bakit? A lot of email messages are all spam messages already. Ibig sabihin, mga hackers ang nagsisend na, okay, nape-penetrate yung app na yon. Alright, so be careful in clicking. Okay, just be sure na i-on yung totoong website nila. It does not follow also, ma'am, nag-update po yung newsletter. Okay, for all you know, legit ba yon? Okay, legit ba yung nag-update? Baka iba yung nag-update kasi kinukunan ka na ng information. So be aware of what you are clicking just to make sure na legit yung pinapasok mong website, okay, which is really their website. So, mas maganda, wag ka na mag-click. Pasok ka na lang separate link on another website, mag-control-T ka sa Google or any browser, tapos mag-type ka ng website nila. That's the best. Diretso ka na. Huwag kang mag-click ng link galing sa email. Kasi normally, class, spam yan. Ano yung spam? Nako, kukuha sila ng information na sa'yo. Makakukuha na. So, matatrack ka na. Kasi meron tayong profile in every app. Okay, like Yahoo Mail, meron tayong profile doon. Kinukuha na nila yan. And little by little, they get your picture, they get your basic information, even with Facebook. Minsan kahit wala kang makita, minsan natatrack nila pati name mo sa Instagram, lalo na pag common, yung name mo sa Instagram, name mo sa Twitter, pare-parehas ako, ganun eh. Pare-parehas yung FB name ko, parehas ng Instagram name ko, parehas din. So, matatrack niya. Yung algorithm ng hacker, matatrack niya. Ay, eto pala yan. Lalo na sa phone numbers ng Viber, ng WhatsApp. Di ba, may phone number yan. Ay, ang hackers, ang gagaling nila. Matatrack nila yung number mo. Tapos magme-message sila sa'yo. Hindi mo alam sino ba to. Di ba? Bakit mo tataka? Kasi ng mga kuya na to, ate na to. Bakit sino ba sila? Ibig sabihin, nakuha na yung number mo. So, be careful. Lalo na pang OTP nyo yan. Ako, delikado. Lahat na yan pang OTP na, right? One-time PIN. Okay? Para mag-access. So, be very careful. Okay? Kaya ako, delete lang ako ng delete. Kaya ayoko na ng email. Kasi pati yung mga hindi, i-delete. Nag-delete nila. Wag na, diba? Okay, AI tayo. Alright, so who would like to explain what is artificial intelligence and then what is virtual reality? Ano yung mga yan? Okay, will you discuss Shane Salosa? Ano muna yung AI and smart machines? Isa mo.
Hello po.
Yes.
Yes, so what is our artificial intelligence? According to Encyclopedia, artificial intelligence is the ability of a digital computer or computer-controlled robot to perform tasks commonly associated with intelligent beings. So, ayun po, pag sinabing artificial intelligence, yung parang nakakapag-process na po siya like people, parang ganun. As intellect. So, example po is,
Baba ka. Ano sa pinakababa? The medical AI. Ano ginagawa?
ito.
Basa.
Ayan, virtual reality. Ito. So, yung sa AI po na example,
Medical AI. Doon sa next paragraph. The lower paragraph. Medical AI is another trend. Anong ginagawa? Sa medical field. Where we call it deep learning. Ano yun ba? How deep is deep? Ano yun?
ito po. Medical AI is another trend that reflects surprising success given patient information and risk factors. AI systems can anticipate the outcome of treatment and even estimate the length of a hospital visit. Deep learning is one way AI technology gets applied to health records to find the likelihood of a patient's recovery and even mortality. Experts evaluate data to discover patterns in the patient's condition records and more.
Okay. Anong ginagawa ng AI sa patient records?
Ayun po, na-evaluate niya na po ng kusa yung records natin. Instead po of manual na pag-record ng.
Okay, aside from recording, ano pa yung function ng patient record? Para saan pa ginagamit ko?
Ginagamit po to diagnose yung illness po ng patients.
Okay, sino
Siguro,
nag-diagnose? Sino
Ano?
nag-diagnose? Is it the doctor or is it the AI?
dito po siguro yung AI na yung
Yun
nagda-diagnose.
yung app, okay, ng AI that could diagnose sicknesses. Alright, letter B. What's VR? Ito ko dyan.
Virtual reality VR, the use of computer modeling and simulation that enables a person to interact with an artificial three-dimensional visual or other sensory environment. VR applications immerse the user in a computer-generated environment that simulates reality through the use of interactive devices which send and receive information and are worn as goggles, headsets, gloves, or bodysuits. In a typical VR format, a user wearing a helmet with a stereoscopic screen views animated images of a simulated environment. The illusion of being there is affected by motion sensors that pick up the user's movements and adjust the view on the screen accordingly, usually in real time. Thus, a user can tour a simulated suite of rooms, experiencing changing viewpoints and perspectives that are convincingly related to his own head turnings and steps. Wearing data gloves equipped with force feedback devices provide a sensation of touch. The user can even pick up and manipulate objects that he uses in the virtual environment.
Okay.
So,
Ano ang basic example? What's the common example of a VR? Saan
ah,
ginagawa?
sig- oh, yung ano po, yung device po na ano ko is yung goggles po na VR.
Okay. Anong
Kumpara po,
nakikita doon?
yung kaibahan niya po sa ano, sa kunyari mga video game na PlayStation
Oh.
is sa VR po is three-dimensional, parang nandun ka po mismo sa loob ng game at ano po siya, na-activate po siya through motion sensors, ganun po. May hinahawakan ka pong gamit din na hand equipment.
Meron tayong dati nagkaroon ng exhibit ng ganyan. Ang ganda. Okay, ayoko na pala. Nahihilo ko for ila. Anyway, kayo siguro sa age nyo pwede pa. Alright, that's good. Letters C and D. Let's go to augmented reality. Let me call the next classmate, Abigail Mercado. What is augmented reality?
Augmented reality is a more versatile and practical version of virtual reality as it does not fully immerse individuals in an experience. Augmented reality features interactive scenarios that enhance the real world with images and sounds that create an altered experience. The most common current applications of this overlay of digital images on the surrounding environment include the recent Pokemon Go fad.
Okay. Another example, type ng Pokemon, that is augmented reality.
Aside po sa Pokemon, siguro po yun sa IKEA, they use augmented reality for their consumer or customers na ma-visualize yung furniture or kaya matest muna yung product bago nila bilhin or masukat muna nila yung furniture kung tama ba yung lugar na ilalagyan po nila. Yun po.
Okay, so merong room, para, yan, software, tingnan niyo yung sample kay Pokemon. Okay, so sa kalsada, nandiyan yung character. So, in that example, para nagsisimulate ka, okay, you're simulating something that is not, okay, in reality, true, pero it becomes a true fact. Okay, so kung ikaw may inhibition ka, gusto mong gamitin yung augmented reality, pwede. Halimbawa, namatay na siya, gusto mo siyang bumalik. Pwede ganun, ma'am, nakakatakot naman yun. Oo nga, baka biglang yung spirit. Joke lang. Alright, so characters will do. Okay, hindi ka matatakot kay Pokemon. Alright, letter B, the blockchain data. Continue.
Blockchain data, like the new cryptocurrency Bitcoin, is a secure method that will continue to grow in popularity and use in 2019. This system allows you to input additional data without changing, replacing, or deleting anything. In the influx of shared data systems like cloud storage and resources, protecting original data without using important information is crucial. Blockchain, in simple terms, is a system of recording information in a way that makes it difficult or impossible to change, hack, or cheat the system. A blockchain is essentially a digital ledger or of transactions that is duplicated and distributed across the entire network of computer systems on the blockchain.
Okay, ano yun?
Yung blockchain po is nag-store ng digital assets.
Alright.
For example po, yung Ethereum, aside po sa Bitcoin, Ethereum po. And may mga apps na pwedeng pag-investan. For example po yung Binance.
Okay.
Yan po.
Pero yun, hindi lang investment. Monitoring pa din.
Apo.
Just to check whether your money increases or decreases. Or just stable, walang nangyayari, walang galawan, diba? Like what happened during pandemic, bagsak ang stock market. Okay? And that is part already of Bitcoin. Meron din part na nag-i-invest na in the stock market using Bitcoin, yung cryptocurrency. Okay? Di ba meron na balita? Grabe, parang 20 cryptocurrency Bitcoin was lost. Anong counterpart no? 20 million pesos daw. Ganun delikado rin. Ganun din siya ka-risky. Mabilis lang ang turnover. Okay, so you just have to be careful. And when you are going to invest here, extra money na lang yun. Pero kung yun pa yung ginagamit mo for your bread and butter, ay naku, wag na muna mag-invest. Right, so we go to the 5G, the IoT, we have discussed this already a while ago. So the 5G is just a faster internet connection. Okay, Module 7 talks about imaging and design for social impact. Okay, so let us start with line and shape. Okay, so what is this all about? Reshna, Kahida?
Hello ma'am, am I audible? 5G is the fifth generation mobile network. It is
Ay, hindi na, lesson 1 na tayo ng Module 7. Line and shape na lang. Line na.
line po. A line is a kind of shape which connects two or more points. It is also considered as one of the essential element of graphic design. Lines can be a thick, thin, curved, or jagged.
Attributes include?
Attributes include first is the weight, second is the color, third is the texture, and lastly is the style po.
Okay, what is the meaning? Okay, give me an example. Yan, thick line. Pag thick. Okay, pagka nag-type tayo sa Messenger, di ba may meaning yung lines natin with our characters? Anong ibig sabihin? Ano ibig sabihin ng thick line? Para kang nag-a-apply ng trabaho, may psychological exam. Psychological exam, magdo-drawing ka eh. Drawing ka. Okay, ng anything. Line, shape. Tapos explain mo. Doon mo makikita yung personality ng tao. Okay, so ano ibig sabihin ng thick line?
Yung thick line po sa akin, ma'am.
Aha.
Para sa akin, yung thick line is something of a barrier po na kasi dahil makapal po siya, malayo po yung gap ng dalawang space po sa isa't isa.
Okay, so there is a certain characteristic that could identify our behavior. That's true. Alright, so parang sa penmanship, ang sabi nila, pag maliliit ang sulat, ano daw? At pag malalaki ang sulat, ano daw? Alam niyo yun? Do you know that? Wala, hindi niyo alam yun. Sasabihin ko pala. Do you know? Pag daw maliit ang sulat, anong klaseng tao siya? Pag malaki ang sulat niya, anong klaseng tao siya? You can describe. Narinig niyo na yan, hindi?
Pag pangit lang sulat mo.
Ay, iba yun. Iba yung pangit. Kasi subjective din yung pangit eh. Sulat doktor yun. Kasi lagi silang dami-dami sinusulat. Hindi. Yung size ng penmanship, hindi nyo alam. Anybody know? Pag far-sighted, maliit po sulat. Pwede. Okay, pag far-sighted, maliit. Kasi nalilit yung mata. Ay, makita. And then, another one. Another behavior.
Masikreto pag maliit sulat.
Hindi ko yan. Hindi. Alright, ito na. Kwento na. Alright, pag daw maliit ang sulat, kuripot. I don't know if you believe in it. Ako maliit ang sulat ko eh. I believe in that. Pag daw malaki sulat, ay galante. Tingnan niyo yung classmate niya. Naku, maliit ang sulat, hindi ko mautangan to. Joke. Okay, so kanya-kanya naman definition. Alright, so again, subjective. Images are very subjective. We always say, class, that the beauty, okay, of a subjective object, it depends on the eyes of the beholder. Maganda sa akin, pangit sa inyo. Maganda sa inyo, pangit sa akin. Kasi subjective na. It's not like mathematics. 1 is always 1, never be changed to 2. Kasi 1 is not equal to 2. Parang ganun, exact science and math. Okay, whereas when we go to arts, okay, ito na, papasok na tayo sa infographics, okay, of lines, shapes, puro subjective yan. Alright, continue discussing the shape now. Kuya, ikaw pa rin.
Yes po. The shape po is a two-dimensional external boundary of an object. Any object outline that has height and width can be considered as a shape. Together with lines, they form a foundation of your design. So there are two major categories po of shapes in the design. One is the geometric with regular and mathematical shapes. And another po is organic, which forms po free-form shapes po.
Okay, which is subjective here? The geometric or the free-form shape?
Para po sa akin is the free-form shapes po kasi it's more expressive po rather than the geometric shapes na more po siya sa inclined sa polygons po.
Alright. Let's go to the next ones. Form and texture from Kale. From Kyle. Apinado. Teka, check natin yung mga attendant. Andito ka na. Okay, so late lang. Before we, from Kyle. Andiyan ka na. Can you hear me? Apinado. From Kale. From Kyle. Sige, mamaya, tawagin kita ulit ha. Oresco, Nathaniel, can you discuss form and texture?
Yes po, ma'am.
Yes. Okay, go.
For form po, a form is a three-dimensional shape with shadows, perspective, depth, and sometimes texture creates a form. Without these attributions, a form is just a shape or series of shapes. Plain images and objects and flat designs can be enhanced by adding shadows or highlights to create an illusion of a form. It also gives the object a sense of place. So yung form po ma'am, para pong it's a shape enhanced po to look more like three-dimensional. Para po dito sa example, dito po kasi we can see sa left side po yung sphere, yung sa right side po yung circle lang po. Parang shape lang po siya. Ito po yung sinasabi ko na sinabi po kasi sa form na with the addition of shadows and also texture, yung simple yung simple shape po is na-enhance po siya to look more like three-dimensional.
So,
Ayun
what
po.
is the effect to the eye? Which is three-dimensional.
For three-dimensional po kasi, it's more likely nakikita po natin siya with ano ba? Yung parang 360 po. Parang it's more realistic, kumbaga po. Rather than, it's para pong it's toying with our eyes po na it's something we can touch. Parang ganun po.
Alright. Texture.
Now for texture refers to the physical quality of the surface of an object in an artwork or design. It also refers to how an object looks or feels like. An object might be smooth, rough, shiny, hard, or soft. It can be in 3D or real texture or 2D visual texture. Texture adds depth and visual interest to the flat images or objects. And textures can be used for establishing visual value or focal point in an artwork, having contrast within a design, making an artwork visually balanced.
Comparing the left picture and the right picture for figure 6, which one has a clearer meaning for you?
Clear meaning po, ma'am?
Clearer meaning. Pagkakita mo, alam mo na kung ano yun. Not unless, yun nga, ina-analyze mo pa, ano ba ito talaga? Diba, may gano'n? May
Siguro
say,
po yung nasa left po.
bakit?
Kasi po, unang tingin ko pa lang po, di ba, para pong rough siya. Para pong ang tinutukoy po niya agad is para pong sand, rocks, or
Okay. Nasa kanan, anong interpretation mo dyan?
it's more para pong strands siya eh. It's giving me hair like
Pwedeng hair,
opo.
okay. Pwedeng buhok, ano pwede pa?
Para rin po siyang yung para po sa akin, meron pong close-up shot ng feather. Di ba po may mga feather po na mas refined po siya. Para pong sa mga peacocks, para pong gano'n.
Okay. So, it depends on the eyes of the beholder now, how you will have to interpret a picture. Alright, let's go to lesson 2, branding, visual balance first. Okay, so there are two types of creation for visual balance. Let me call the next classmate. Okay, so what are these two? Mark Tabones, did I call you already?
Not yet po, ma'am. So may balance. Visual balance is the creation of visual equilibrium by relating elements such as line, shape, color, space, or form in terms of their visual weight. Basically, there are two kinds of visual balance. The first one is the symmetrical balance, or from the name itself, symmetrical balance, which includes radial symmetry, is when both two sides of a piece are equal. If you fold your artwork or piece into two, or if you put an imaginary line between your artwork, each hub is identical or visually related to other hub. The second one is the asymmetrical balance. Both sides of your composition does not contain the same elements but contain almost the same visual weight. Ma'am, sa may ano po ma'am, example po, magbibigay po ako. Madalas pong ginagamit yung gantong balance po sa mga logo po. Yung pinakamagandang example po is yung logo ng Starbucks. Nung umpisa po, yung logo po nila symmetrical. Parehas na parehas po. Kaso po, tingin po ng mga tao, medyo creepy daw po yung logo. Kaya po, ginawa po ng Starbucks, ginawa po nilang asymmetrical yung logo nila. Kaya iniba po nila yung sa may bandang left side po.
Okay, very good. Alright, let's go to lesson 2. Wala na akong tanong, nasabi mo na lahat. Lesson 2 is about branding and identity. And there are several steps. There are 7. Okay, so what are these steps to create a brand identity? Okay, let's call Princess Paparoha. Did I call you already, Princess? You can
Hindi pa po, ma'am.
sige. Can you, will you read the 7 steps?
Sige po. First, yung establish clear purpose and positioning. Recall why you are or your company exists, who your target audience are, and what makes you or your service unique from your competitors. 2. Conduct through market research, having a deep analysis on your target audience on what their personalities are, which will lead you to the next step. 3. Get a personality based on your research. Based on your research, determine your brand's personality. Brand personality make a huge impact on the visuals of your marketing materials. And 4. Create a polished logo. In creating your logo, it should be simple, scalable, and memorable. Observe the logos of famous companies like Amazon, Google, and IBM. What do these logos have in common? 5. Create an attractive color palette. Your color palette should be simple and contain 1 to 3 primary color. Once you have established your color palette, you may play with their color family. For example, if you choose blue as your primary color, you may use sky blue, baby blue, and other colors under the blue family to support your primary color. 6. Select a professional typography. When selecting fonts, it is important to consider these things. And 7, choose on brand supporting graphics. Your brand identity should have a visual library that includes icons, photographs, designs, and other supporting graphics. Yun po, ma'am.
Okay, so ang tanong natin is, ano ang branding ng PUP? Sige nga. Tingnan natin kung mag-agree o disagree. O magta-thumbs up kayo otherwise tap down. According to our classmate. Okay, ano ay magta-thumbs up or magta-thumbs down, walang tamang sagot kasi kanya-kanya tayo na iniisip na brand natin. Ano yung common brand ng PUP? Princess?
Kasi po, pag narinig ko po yung PUP, yung naisip ko lang po talaga yung logo, tapos yung quality yung ng education ko, ganyan.
Dalawa lang. Wala na? O sige, we will ask the classmate. Raise your hand. What is the branding? Hindi ko pa na, positive muna tayo. Tama yun. Okay? Pag nag-graduate, may branding tayo, di ba? Tapos na tayo. Tapos na kayo. Ano yung brand mo? Wala nagre-raise ng hand. Ba't takot kayo? Sabihin niyo lang. Aba, wala nagre-raise ng hand. Hello, anong branding natin? O sige, negative na lang. Mas mabilis din. So matagal wala sa isip yung negative Ano yung brand natin, class?
Scholar po ng bayan.
Okay, positive yon. Very good. Ay, negative.
NPA daw, ma'am.
Ay, hindi naman. So, extreme na yun. Hindi naman. Meron pa isang mas lighter doon. Anong ha? Lighter doon. Lighter than NPA. Wala naman. Hindi naman tayo branded as NPA. Otherwise, pinasara tayo ng President Duterte.
Aktivista daw po, ma'am.
Very good. Oo, yun tayo. Aktivista tayo. That's the brand that we have, okay, through the years. Do you know that the president of PUP of the university was once a student activist when he was a student sa engineering, si Dr. Muhi? Sila yung mga nagmamarcha, sila Dr. Emmanuel de Guzman, yun yung mga nagmamarcha papuntang Malacanang nung edaran namin, class. Magkakaedad na kami. So, pero hindi ako sumasali. Ang mga lalaki usually doon, yung tsaka yung mga bros, yung mga, mga ladies of PUP, ay nako, meron, ang tatapang nila. Takot naman ako, hindi ako mamaharap dyan, natatakot ako. Kikinig na lang kami, usyusero, yung mga estudyante. We just have to wait and see what happens next. Alright, so yun yung ating branding. Okay, so for PUP, dalawa, positive, negative, yes, totoo yan. Okay, pero yung after college, ano yung after graduation, ano yung ating branding naman sa mga employers?
Masipag daw, ma'am.
Very good. Okay, so we are number 1 among employee applicants. Laging, bakit naging employer's top choice? Kasi yung masipag. Hindi nagko-complain, overtime, di ba? Pag pina-overtime, go, sige po. Okay, isang oras lang naman, okay, go. Ayan, hindi na mag-complain ng PUP graduates. When I come for OJT visit, natutuwa ako sa mga companies, puro papuri ang binibigay sa mga IT students natin. Okay, kasi nga, sila yung laging overtime. Minsan yung mga employees ayaw mag-overtime. Siyempre, yung mga pamilya yan. Pag single ka, sige po, okay po. Pag uwi mo, tulog ka na hindi ka na may pamilya. No? Pag uwi mo, mag-alaga ka sa anak mo. Diba? Pagod na, right? Anyway, that's the branding. For a particular company, okay, so in your course, for example, so kayo ay nasa economics major. Okay, so may mga specific companies like Nega, anong branding ng Nega. Alright, so there is a specific name that you could identify as characterizing the company itself. Alright, so let's go to the next, layout and composition. What do you mean by proximity, white space, and alignment? Ano yung tatlo na yan? Let us call, sino hindi pa natawag? Camille, Cornelio, did I call you already?
Not yet po. Dinig po ako.
Oh, yeah. Proximity.
Proximity is the process of placing related elements together. So, dito po, sinasabi na dapat paghiwa-hiwalin po yung mga content na hindi naman po magkaka-relate. Then, for white space is not literally the white spaces that you found on the design, but rather the negative space between the lines, paragraphs, and elements on the design. So there are two types po, micro white space and macro white space. Sa micro white space po, yun po yung mga mini spaces between paragraphs, and macro is yun naman po yung malalaki naman po. So doon po makikita yung difference, parang mahahati po yung content. Parang yung sa format niyo po sa amin, kapag magkahiwalay na po yung double spacing, another number na po.
The third one.
Alignment. So alignments help designers to organize different elements in their composition. This is similar to the alignment that we see in MS Word. So, it can be left-centered, right, or justified po para mas maayos siyang tingnan at mas organized po.
Okay, let's go to the last two. Okay, so we have the contrast and repetition. Okay, Alen, teacher, did I call you already?
Yes po, ma'am.
Sorry. Okay, Malvin. Malvin, are you there?
Ma'am, sa next na po tayo, ma'am? Meeting link, mag-e-end na po yung call.
Sige. Let us use the next one, the 11 to 12.